So this week, the focus is on the introduction to the chakra system. And what I mean by that is that we're kind of just dipping our toes into the system and into sort of each one. And then the next several weeks, we'll go in depth into each one. And then we'll do another like sweep through the chakras again, having had that in-depth experience. And that sort of lines up Venus. So Mars and Venus are our closest planets on Earth. They're the personal planets in astrology. And so what they do absolutely impacts us. I mean, we're all connected in the universe. But Venus has been descending through the chakras. And in this next month and a half-ish, she completes the descent through the chakras before she starts to make her way up. So this is a really, again, good time to sort of make this journey to check into our anatomy. So if you've been doing any movement, go ahead and bring yourself into Yoga Nidra is traditionally practiced in Shavasana. You can sit in meditation. If you know you can sit comfortably for at least 30 minutes, you can sit in meditation. You can do a restorative posture. You could lie on your side, any position that you feel like you can be really comfortable and relaxed for at least a half an hour. But ideally one you don't always fall asleep into. So if you know you always fall asleep in your bed, then maybe like don't do this practice in the bed. But sometimes it's very normal to fall asleep in this practice. So if it happens, like that's okay. Your unconscious mind is still listening. And so I absolutely encourage support. So bolsters, pillows under the knees, under the head. I highly recommend covering up with a blanket and covering the eyes. So when we cover the eyes, it helps us to drop inward. It helps support our melatonin production. And it just allows us to drop deeper. So the idea is that the body will go to sleep and then you'll follow my voice and we'll move through this journey. And again, the journey today will follow the model of the koshas and begin an introduction to the chakra system. And so there's no way to do this wrong. There's no way to do this perfectly. You just allow the body to rest and you follow the sound of my voice. And if you do need to adjust, just do it quickly and then come back. And so hopefully you found a comfy space. Start to deepen your breath. And just take a few really good breaths. So just noticing if there's any extra energy in the body still. And you can, as you inhale, you can squeeze all the muscles and hold and then open mouth and let it go. And then again, take a big inhale and squeeze your muscles, hold your breath, hold your breath. Exhale, let it go. And then maybe do that one more time. Inhale and squeeze and hold and open mouth, release, and just let yourself sink into the earth. And for this next half an hour-ish, there's nowhere to go. There's nothing to do. There's nothing that we can do for anything outside of this space. And this is the time to turn in, to gather in, to become aware of your own energy body, your own energy systems, and to support yourself in continuing to discard anything that does not serve you, that does not serve your intention or your desire for this day, this week, this new year. Really allowing the body to let go of what it doesn't need. And then again, calling yourself in, calling in your body, your mind, your emotions, your breath, your wisdom, your intuition, so that we can have the pause needed to respond to the world, to our lives. And I really also believe that in addition to the individual benefits of this practice that include that deep relaxation, the boost to the immune system, the nervous system, to, again, our response, our clarity. There is a collective benefit when we practice together, whether it's meditation, whether it's hatha yoga, anywhere in between. When we are coming together to do these practices, especially I feel like when we're spread out doing them and connecting in this way, we are raising that vibration. We are raising that intentional level in our communities, in our cities, in our homes, in our countries, in the world. And so just take a few more breaths, conscious breaths, and just honor yourself for showing up today. Honor yourself for doing this practice. So as you let your body completely surrender to the earth, close your eyes, cover your eyes, just see if you can summon a quality of gratitude for taking this time, for supporting your own clarity, your own healthy chakra flow. And again, raising that energetic vibration in the world today, because we need that lift in energy today. So sink your body into the earth. And as you sink the body into the earth, feeling held, feeling supported, knowing you are safe, knowing this practice will support you and benefit others, just start to surrender the breath, surrender any effort on the breath, surrender any effort on your senses, and feel the weight of your spine. Feel the spine settling into the earth. And as you start to draw your attention to your spine, allow the senses to draw in, maybe again noticing the sounds in the room, sounds in the space. And knowing the only sound you need to follow is the sound of my voice. All the other sounds can just kind of melt and merge into the hum of the practice. And as you turn that sense of sound inward, feel into the spine a little more as you feel into the articulation of your spine on the earth. Swallow, soften the jaw, let the sense of taste turn inward, sink deeper into your spine. Take another breath in through your nose. Notice the sense, the smell. Let the nose and the sinuses soften, sink deeper into your spine. Notice the temperature of the room, any sensation on your skin from your clothing, the props, the air. And again, let that sense of touch sink deeper into the inner sense of touch, again, feeling the spine. And then allowing the eyes closed eyes, inner vision awakens. And feeling that inner vision into the spine. And maybe you can visualize your spine. Maybe you're familiar with the human spine, the curvature of the spine, the vertebra of the spine. And it's fine if you're not, but we turn the inner vision to this journey to explore the chakras. And this journey to explore the chakras through Yoga Nidra begins now. Calling yourself here fully, all the senses, all parts of you, and just letting everything go as you sink into the spine. And again, maybe you can visualize your spine or what you've seen of the spine. And as you feel into that spinal awareness, just notice how the breath moves up and down the spine. Maybe as you inhale, it moves from the tailbone to the crown, and from the crown to the tail. And we're not trying to force the breath. We're not doing any fancy breathing, but we're just beginning to bring our attention into the body, into the chakra system through the breath. So as the body begins to rest and grow heavy, all the senses turn towards the spine. And we feel the natural flow of breath as it moves from the tailbone to the crown, and the crown to the tail. And let yourself just sink deeper into this support, into this awareness. And yogis and meditators, sages have known for thousands of years that the spine is the key to our health, the key to our vitality. And of course, this has been supported in modern medicine and science, that so much of the spine dictates our quality of life. And the chakras, chakra means wheel in Sanskrit. And in lots of Eastern traditions, the chakra is an elegant system of anatomy. And while there's different opinions on how many chakras, there is an agreement that there are the 7 main chakras that correspond with our spine. And in the practice today, we'll feel into these centers and begin to bring our awareness to them. So just take a couple more conscious breaths, letting go of everything except this awareness of your spine. And the breath as it moves up and down, bringing you deeper into relaxation. And then the next time you feel up to the crown of the head, draw the attention down into the midbrain, into the space above the ears that is directly behind the third eye point. This is the home of the pineal gland, which is connected to our sixth chakra. But in Yoga Nidra, we connect to this energy as the Chittakash. The Chittakash is the seat of unlimited potential and possibility. All possibilities exist here. And so begin to feel into that space between the eyebrows. And in the same way you sense the breath moving up and down the spine, can you sense that connection between the space between the eyebrows and the midbrain? Allow yourself to just move deeper into this energetic awareness. And then just rest your attention at that third eye point, just a couple inches inside, so kind of like halfway between the midpoint between the eyebrows and the midbrain. And as you focus here, feeling your body, your breath, feeling whatever it is you're feeling today, what is it that you want for yourself? What is it you want for yourself from your heart? In Yoga Nidra, we work with the Sankalpa. The Sankalpa is the vow, the heart's longing. It is not connected to others. It is not connected to material possessions. It's the deep inner longing. And as we set the intention to move through our energetic system, as you rest here in this space, the possibilities that abound, what is it you want from yourself out of this day, this practice, this year? And if you're already working with the Sankalpa, you might continue to work with that. Otherwise, allow a short positive statement, usually beginning with I, or I am, or I feel. And when we're talking about the chakra systems, it may be something like, I am whole, I am healed, I am balanced, I am vibrant, I am awake. Allow it to arise from this attention on the spine and the movement from the midbrain to the third eye. What is it you need, want, desire from this practice, from this awareness of your chakra system? And then just allow yourself to say it quietly to yourself as though you were planting a seed in this fertile soil of the Chittakash, or tossing a wish coin into a wishing well. Offer it 3 times with gratitude and confidence. And then we let it go. We let it go and we feel that sense of gratitude for practicing today, for our bodies, for our lives. As we feel that sense of gratitude well up, we'll begin to bring attention through the body. And as we move through the body will relax and allow us to move deeper into our awareness of the energy centers. We'll be working with the 61-point scan today. Keeping the focus at the space between the eyebrows, and the body does not need to move as I call out these points. These are meridian-rich, nerve-rich points through the body, through this system. And you might just feel into that part of the body, you might breathe into it, you might visualize it. So feeling that space between the eyebrows. And then drawing down and feeling the hollow of the throat. The hollow of the throat. And then over to the right shoulder, the center of the right shoulder. And then down to the center of the right elbow. The center of the right wrist. The tip of the right thumb. Tip of the second finger, tip of the third finger, tip of the fourth finger, the tip of the pinky finger. Feeling the whole right arm down to the tips of the fingers, and then back into the center of the right wrist, center of the right elbow, center of the right shoulder, the hollow of the throat. Moving down to the center of the left shoulder, center of the left elbow, center of the left wrist, the tip of the left thumb, the left index finger tip, tip of the middle finger, tip of the ring finger, tip of the pinky finger, the whole left arm down to the tips of the fingers, and then feeling into the center of the left wrist, left elbow, left shoulder, the hollow of the throat. And feeling the energy lines between the third eye and the hollow of the throat, down both arms to the tips of your fingers. And as you feel back to the hollow of the throat, we move to the center of the heart, the space at the center of the heart. And then we feel into the center of the right side of the chest, back to the heart center. And then the center at the left side chest, back to the heart center. Feeling down into the solar plexus, right into the center of the solar plexus, a few inches above the belly button. And then feeling into the navel center, a few inches below the belly button. And then that attention moves into the center of the right hip, down into the center of the right knee, the right ankle, tip of the big right toe, second toe, third toe, fourth toe, pinky toe, the whole right leg to the tips of the toes, back up into the right ankle, right knee, right hip, into the navel center, a few inches below the belly button, into the center of the left hip, left knee, left ankle, down to the tip of the big left toe, tip of the second toe, third toe, fourth toe, tip of the pinky toe, the whole left foot and leg down to the tips of the toes. And then back up through the left ankle, left knee, left hip, navel center. From the navel center, feeling down both legs. And then back up into the solar plexus, a few inches above the belly button. Up into the center of the heart, to the right and the left. Up into the hollow of the throat and down both arms. Back to the space between the eyebrows. And as you connect to the space between the eyebrows, feel the currents moving down the center line of the body and down the arms and legs. Feel these currents of light and energy move down the body. And as you feel them move down the body, we're going to move back through the centers and feel into the centers. So feel your spine, feel the whole spine. And as you feel the spine on the earth, this energy flowing through the body, focus at your tailbone. Feel the tailbone. And then all the way down the back of the legs, front of the legs to the toes. From the toes to the tailbone, this is the home of the root chakra, the first chakra, the Muladhara chakra, our survival ancestry chakra. The tailbone to the toes, just feel tailbone to the toes. Muladhara, the root, the container, our right to be here. As you feel the tailbone, feel up a couple inches into the sacrum. And as the sacrum wraps around into the low belly and into the pelvis with the reproductive organs and the genitals, and feeling again the sacrum and wrapping into the pelvic bowl, including the hips, genitals, reproductive organs, or the space where their energy is imprinted. This is the second chakra, the Svadhisthana chakra, the sacred abode of sensuality, sexuality, emotionality, intuition. And so just sensing into the sacrum, into the hips, the pelvis, the genitals, the imprint of reproductive organ. Feeling into the Svadhisthana chakra, the sacred abode of our second chakra. And as you feel into the sacrum, we move up a couple inches into the mid-back. And again, how this wraps around into the solar plexus, into the organs that live here, into the strong abdominal muscles that protect these organs, that protect us. This is the home of the third chakra, the Manipura, the shining jewel. This is our power center, our will, action, drive, our ability to act. Just feeling into the mid-back, how it wraps through the obliques, the side body, the core, the abdominals, and again, the organs that live here, that hold us in confidence and power. As you feel into that mid-spine, draw up into the upper back. And notice how the upper back connects us to the shoulder blades and the ribs. And you can follow the ribs around as they protect the heart of the fourth chakra, the Anahata chakra, the unstruck home of the physical heart and the energetic heart. And this is the upper back, the shoulder blades, the ribs, and the organs that live here, as well as the shoulders, the arms, the hands. So sense from your fingertips through both arms, the chest, the physical breasts, the glands of the breast to get into the ribs. There's so much here in the fourth chakra, the home of love and compassion and forgiveness. The seat of grief and heartbreak, the holy, holy center of our heart. Feel into the space of the fourth chakra. And then as your attention feels into that upper back, it moves up into the neck, into the small vertebra of the neck, wrapping into the throat, the jaw, the teeth, the ears, the thyroid and parathyroid. And so we feel into the ears, into the jaw, the teeth, the tongue, the mouth, both sides of the throat, the back. This is the fifth chakra, the Vishuddha chakra, the perfectly pure chakra, the bottleneck from the lower elemental chakras into the higher realm of the ethereal chakras. So just sense this part of the body, the neck, the throat, the jaw, the ears. This is our home of communication, of expression, the right to be heard, the right to speak, but also the ability to deeply listen. Listening to this space here now. And we leave the visible spine and we again draw up to that midbrain point. We feel up the back of the head into the midbrain. the pineal gland and how it moves into the third eye space. The sixth chakra, the Agnya chakra, and this is the command center. This is the physical eyes, the optical nerve, the front of the brain, the pineal gland, the sinuses. This is vision, perception, illusion, delusion, or clarity. This is the chakra that sees the world and then sends the signal of how we respond. So soften your eyes, bring your awareness to the pineal gland, the little pine nut at the height of the ears. Again, into the physical eyes, let your eyes relax into their sockets, the eyelids, the eyebrows, and the front of the brain, the part of the brain that was developed for our survival. And then as you feel back into the pineal gland, you move up and forward to the pituitary gland that hangs like a pair of cherries sharing a stem. The pituitary gland unlocks the seventh chakra, the crown chakra. So feeling the top of the head and the back of the brain and the pituitary gland. The Sahasrara chakra is the 1,000-petaled lotus that opens like a funnel to the universe, to all possibility. This is the chakra of openness, of illumination, of enlightenment, of inspiration. It is also the chakra of oppression and spiritual attachment. So feel into the back of the brain, the unconscious mind, that which is yet to be tapped into. So again, limitless possibility, opening to the universe, our connection to the planets, to the cosmos, to our experience of higher power. So feel into this space at the crown of the head. And as we rest at the crown of the head, you just come back to that breath awareness. As you inhale, breathe along the spine, down that central channel. And as you inhale from the crown to the tailbone. And then as you exhale from the tailbone to the crown. So we're reversing how we started to deepen this awareness. So inhale, crown to tail. Exhale, tail to crown. Inhale, we pull down the prana, the life force, to help clear out the chakras. And as we exhale and draw back up, we surrender to the universe and opening ourselves up to the will for us at this time. Inhaling crown to tail. Exhaling tail to crown. The body relaxes deeper. All the centers pulsing, these powerful points of the body pulsing as we bring the prana, the life force, down as we inhale and up as we exhale. Inhale, crown to root. Exhale, root to crown. Letting yourself rest deeper and just release any debris, anything that does not serve you, anything weighing you down, and just opening to spaciousness, lightness, possibility. Inhaling, crown to tail, exhaling, tail to crown. And that free flow of energy breath will continue to move through these centers. As the breath continues to flow up and down, bring your focus back to the third eye point, that which we now know is the sixth chakra, the Agnya chakra, in addition to the Chittakash. And just feeling into this space that commands the rest of the system. And in this space, we're going to call upon the polarity of emotional and mental experience. When we call on the mental and emotional layers of our consciousness, we again help to release outdated programming, belief systems, old undigested responses. And again, we create this free flow of energy to rise and fall through our chakra centers. Feeling into that space between the eyebrows, and as I call out these experiences, just feel them. Don't attach to them or label a story, just let them arise. Maybe they come in as colors or sensations. Feeling into the space between the eyebrows and calling in heavy. What is it like to feel heavy? Where is heaviness? Heavy. Let go of heaviness. Call in lightness. How does lightness awaken for you today? Where is lightness in your body, in your being? Feeling into lightness. Let that go and call in the element of earth. Is that different from heavy? How do you feel earth? How do you resonate with the element of earth? Where does earth live? Let that go. Let go of earth and call in water, the element of water. Does water feel heavy or light, or is water different? How does water resonate in your body today? Where is water? Let water go and awaken fire. What does fire feel like? What is the felt sense of fire in your body? Fire. Feeling fire. Release fire and call in air. What is air? Feel air. How does air manifest? And then let that go and feel expansion. Expansion. What is expansion? How can you expand your awareness? What is the felt sense of expanding? And then you begin to contract. Contraction. How do you contract? Where do you contract to? Contraction. And then let that go and call in balance. Balance. What does it feel like to be balanced between dark and light, heavy and light, the elements, expanding and contracting? Call in balance. The space between the eyebrows, feel balance. Feel wholeness. You are balanced. You are whole. You are whole. You are balanced. As you rest into that sense of wholeness and balance, still at the third eye point, and the spine pulsing with light and life, the body continuing to release and rest. As these centers continue to clarify, you rest in wholeness and balance. And we drop a layer deeper into the wise, intuitive realm. It's So again, dropping the attention into that space between the eyebrows, the Ajna chakra, this home of visualization, this home of possibility and limitless potentiality. And just let yourself rest into this dark space. Again, like a theater screen before the show begins, that sense of anticipation because you know something will be revealed, but you don't quite know yet. We wait at this seat of possible realities, of vision. And as you just focus at this dark space, softening and relaxing and allowing this power center to prepare. Just feeling into the dark space of the third eye, the sixth chakra, the Chittakash. And I'm going to begin to call out images. And as I call them out, again, you just feel them however is appropriate today. No story, no attachment, but you just feel it and see it. And feeling into this dark space. And suddenly, ancient red rocks appear. Ancient red rocks. And then a wild, sparkling stream. A wild, sparkling stream. Vibrant, dancing sunflowers. Vibrant, dancing sunflowers. Fields of green grass as far as the eye can see. Fields of green grass as far as the eye can see. A migration of blue butterflies. Migration of blue butterflies. Looking down a deep, dark well. Looking down a deep, dark well. Lying on the grass, looking up at perfect clouds. Lying on the grass, looking up at perfect clouds. And as you are lying on the grass, on the earth, gazing at the sky filled with the most amazing clouds. And as you lie back, you watch these clouds. And these clouds, they move and dance. Some are white, some are gray. They cover the sun and then move back through. And as they dance with each other and the sky and the sun, they begin to create a rainbow spectrum. This beautiful show of light. And as you lie back under these beautiful clouds, you feel the sun shimmering down on you in all these different rainbow colors. You bask in the dazzling white light of the clouds. Dazzling white light. And the clouds dance over the sun and it begins to take on a violet. And this violet light washes over you. And the clouds shift again and that violet moves into a dark blue and dark, deep blue. And then they shift again and that dark blue becomes light, a pure blue sky, light, light blue. And the clouds move over each other and it takes on a rich green hue. And you are bathed in rich green light. And then it shifts again. And it's the dazzling yellow of the sun, the radiant yellow of the sun. And the sun moves lower as the clouds continue to dance. And we see the orange, the sun beginning to set. The clouds shift again and the sun moves lower and it becomes a rich red. And then again, the sun lowers. There's just a beautiful sky filled with all the colors. The rainbow light. You rest on the earth, bathed now from head to toe, from crown to root, in all the colors of the rainbow. And you let everything go and allow yourself to just be bathed and blessed by this rainbow light. As you receive the rainbow light, you hear the sound of the sankalpa, the intention that you offered at the beginning of the practice. You feel it and hear it 3 more times with gratitude and confidence. And as you hear it the 3rd time, the colors fade and everything spins and spirals and seals in this practice. For the practice of Yoga Nidra, to connect with the chakras, is now complete. As you feel the body on the earth, you might just again acknowledge the articulation of the spine, allowing that attention to the spine to bring you back into the body. And there's always an invitation to stay here and move into sleep or just rest longer. And if you need to move back into your day, just start to breathe up and down your spine, feeling into the body. And maybe as the breath deepens, you invite little movements back. You could roll to one side. Take all the time you need. And again, if you would like to come to sit, you are welcome. In your seat, you might rock a little bit or shift. No rush, just honoring yourself for taking time out of this day to lie down, to connect with yourself, your energy center, to start letting this energy move through us so that we can dive deeper every week, these next several weeks. Because the more clarity and vibrancy we bring to ourselves, the more we can offer that into the world. It is always the intention that our practice supports all beings and the earth. You can place your hands at your heart or on your body. And take a deep breath in through the nose. Open mouth, let it go. And if you'd like to, we'll close by toning the sound of the 7th chakra, which is the sound of Om. It's one of the meanings of the sound Om is connecting it to the crown. So you can just listen or hum or take a deep breath in. Om. Hari Om Tat Sat. Thank you for practicing today.